Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kevin Plays Disc Golf. Today we have a course update from Living Memorial Park in West Brattleboro, Vermont. My name is Kevin, and I play disc golf. The filming for this update was done on June 16th, 2025. The first thing to notice is that at the course entrance at the main kiosk by hole 1, there is a new course map with the updated course layouts, including the Bratt Beast layout with the new hole 18 tee pad. More on that later. The tee signs have also been updated to include the hole numbers for the Bratt Beast layout in red, in addition to the hole numbers for the OG 18 and Full Monty 26 layouts in black. If you are playing either the OG 18 or Full Monty 26 configurations, you won't see these until hole 9, which is hole 1 of the Bratt Beast layout. The course has remained mostly the same, including the disc off the tee of hole 2 still being stuck in the power lines. There are some minor changes as well, some intentional, some not intentional. The first of these is at hole 7, followed by a new upper parking lot by the tee of hole 8. When referencing hole numbers, unless otherwise specified, I will be using the Full Monty 26 hole numbers.
At hole 7, about 2/3 of the way up the fairway, there are two very large downed trees that create a wall that's probably about 4 feet high that we have to get over. That's going to make this shot a whole lot more difficult to get up close to the basket. Here we are at the new upper parking lot by the tee for hole 8. This is the place to park if you're going to be playing the Bratt Beast layout. That way you can walk downhill to hole 9, and hole 26 ends not too far from here.
Beginning at hole 9, the entire Bratt Beast course has separate hole numbers on the tee signs, though the Bratt Beast course follows the Full Monty 26 course until the final hole. Holes 9 and 10 are unchanged, and though the layout of hole 11 is unchanged, a new white tee location clearly exists and is under construction.
Hole 11 for the original layout and Full Monty 26, or hole 3 for the Bratt Beast. The white tee is in the process of being built. It is just in front of the group of trees that we can see on the sort of center right edge of the screen. The white tee is significantly forward and to the right of where the tee sign would imply. However, it is just off the main path to the right, and we can see it from the blue tees. We can see the flags where it's been dug out. There's still some brush to clean up, but we can tell this is where the intended tee is going to be. And if we look up, that is the lean-to, and the basket is in the same position it was before.
Holes 12 and 13 are unchanged, and though the layout of 14 is unchanged, I have a couple updates to the condition of the swamp and upgraded drop zone.
I'll have to verify this with the video again, but on Bratt Beast hole 6, or original and Full Monty hole 14, it looks like some trees have been cleared out. I've noticed trees have been cleared out on some other holes as well, but here this looks quite a bit more open. The other thing to note that we will take a closer look at is the drop zone now has turf on it, which I do not believe it had previously. Here on hole 14, taking a closer look at the out of bounds creek. The creek itself is running fairly smoothly, which means that the area around it, though marshy, is not bad enough where you're going to lose a disc in there. So that kind of alleviates one of the problems. Again, it has been raining very, very heavily here, even though it's mid-June now. It has been raining pretty much constantly since March, so it's not going to get a whole lot wetter than this. Here we are at the drop zone for hole 14, looking at the short basket. Here we can see that there is turf down here, so it is better defined than it had been previously.
There have been some trees that have been cleared out as well, and though this lessens the chance of a disc ending up in the swamp as the result of a bad tree kick, it does not eliminate it entirely. Holes 15 through 20 remain unchanged, though the alternate basket location for hole 18 did not have a basket.
Hole 18, the alternate basket does not appear to be up at this point, but the basket in the standard location is there. Hole 10 on the Bratt Beast layout, or hole 18 on the Full Monty layout.
Hole 21 has some trees that have been cleared away and some more trees that have been marked for removal. This will open up both the first and second shots, hopefully creating a couple of clearer gaps to try and get through and make the hole more skill-based and less of a hope you miss the trees hole.
Hole 13 on Bratt Beast, or 21 on the full Monty layout. This was my least favorite hole on the course. However, it appears that if we take a look, one of my big suggestions was to take out some of the trees on the left-hand side to make it possible to get around the corner. It looks like that has been done. There's a lot less brush out there, and there are a couple more trees, even though we can see here, that are tagged to be being taken down. So that'll allow us to get around the corner much easier and not just kind of have to go straight and hope we make it past the first mound onto the second mound.
The remainder of the holes are the same until the basket of hole 25, where the OG 18 and full Monty 26 holes continue to hole 26. However, the Bratt Beast 18 configuration goes to a unique hole 18 that plays to the hole 8 basket.
From the basket of hole 25 on the full Monty 26 layout, or hole 17 on the OG 18 layout, this is also hole 17 on the Bratt Beast layout. So to get to hole 18 on the Bratt Beast layout, instead of taking a right, we take a left past the basket, and we can follow this trail going towards the building, and come around this corner. Right in front of us, we have the tee pad for hole 18 on the Bratt Beast layout. All right, so I have found the mystery hole 27. So here from the basket of hole 26, if we take a left and go behind this building here and follow this down around to the back in this direction and continue past the building right over here, we have the tee for hole 18 on the Bratt Beast course. So this is not part of the full Monty course, but it is part of the Bratt Beast layout. Hole 18 on the Bratt Beast layout is a 336-foot par 3, straight ahead, slightly downhill. From here, we can see the flag on top of the basket, but not the basket itself. But if you're standing on the tee, you can see the basket just on the right edge of that cluster of trees. This is the same basket as for hole 8 of the main layout. So I'm a little confused as to why they don't make this a hard dogleg left and have it go to the practice basket, but this is how they have it set up. So we'll play this and see how it goes. Wow, that went way further than I expected. That actually crossed the road and ended up way on the other side. That will be tough to get back up here. Because it's so far downhill, it's 26 feet downhill, it does play shorter than it actually looks, but I don't know how far I threw that, but it was a long way.
Since the Bratt Beast hole 18 tee is so accessible from both the baskets of holes 25 and 26, this can be turned into a 27-hole course, though as in my original full course playthrough video, link in the description, I'm not sure why this plays to the basket of hole 8 rather than the unused basket near the tee of hole 2. For the Bratt Beast 18 tournament configuration, it makes sense, as the hole 8 basket placement punishes errant shots below the hole significantly more than the open basket location of the unused basket does. However, for casual play, it removes the overlap in having people throw to the same basket from two different directions where there is no direct line of sight between the two tees. Overall, all of the changes and updates that I saw I would consider upgrades, even the down tree on hole 7. I think it adds an additional challenge to a very short par 4, even though it is steeply uphill. It is clear that the Bratt Beast 18 course configuration is moving more into the primary course configuration role over the full Monty 26, though I think that the holes that are on the full Monty 26 and not on the Bratt Beast are among my favorites on this course. I think that this is my current favorite course that I've played so far, and I would encourage anyone that hasn't played this course yet that is within a 3-hour drive to give it a shot at least once. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment on what your favorite hole is on this beast of a course. Check out my full video of Memorial Park here, or my playlist of disc golf courses of Vermont linked in the description.